Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Shime. If you're not, thank you for tuning back in. I just want to start this video by saying thank you so much for 24,000 subscribers. I can't even believe I'm saying that. 24,000 of you have decided to hit that subscribe button and come along with me on this journey of life. I don't know, that number just sounds insane to me. I'm thinking of like 24,000 people in a room, you know. Anyway, it's absolute madness to me, and I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And in honor of all my new subbies, I decided to sit down here with you guys today to answer all your questions. I did a poll on my Instagram saying ask me anything, and then I'll answer those questions for you guys. So before I begin with the questions, I just want to, you know, reel it back in, kind of backtrack, take it back, because I got a lot of like questions that I have already addressed before, or that I've even experienced in front of you guys' eyes. So that's how I kind of knew that, okay, we have a few new people. Don't mind my baby, she's gonna be talking up a storm. She just found her voice, so she's mumbling and grunting, and she's in the walker, so she's here. So she's, you know, just running all over the place. I'm gonna backtrack, okay? So I'm Shime. Hina Shime Hepa in full. Hina Shime Hepa is Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Hina Shime Hepa in itself means I shall not want. Hina Shime Hepa. My surname is Maindo. I've been married for 4 years. It's gonna be 4 years this December. So yeah, I met my lovely husband at 16 years old, and then we decided to get married 4 years later. So I got married at 21. We decided to take the leap. We decided to, you know, jump into this marriage thing, not knowing what was ahead of us. We literally didn't have anything to our names, no jobs, nothing. All we had was quite literally the grace of God and our love, and we decided we're gonna take the leap. We got married, and then a year later, 2 years later, we welcomed Elijah. His middle name is my husband's first name, so that's why I don't really say it. But we welcomed our firstborn in July 2022. We got married in 2020, December 2020. And then in 2022, July, Elijah came along. And then, you know, in the bliss welcoming of a newborn and a baby and all the chaos, Miss Eliana decided to, you know, make a surprise appearance, the biggest and best surprise ever of our lives. She joined us this year, April. No? Yeah. So it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. Navigating motherhood on top of, you know, learning babies and toddlers and their traits, and housekeeping, you know, keeping a house, making it a home for the kids and my husband, cooking, cleaning, working full-time, 2 back-to-back C-sections, recovery, postpartum, all of that. So you guys, it's a lot going on, but I am so blessed, you guys. The Lord truly sustains. He really sustains, and He provides the strength and the resilience that you need to go through each and every one of your seasons, and, you know, just realize the blessings in His goodness. You know, even though it's challenging, I'm always able to see His goodness in the mundane little things, and even the big things. You know, you're just like, this can only be God. That's a quick story time. Not really, it was very like rushed and everything, but yeah, it is what it is. If you guys want to know more, just drop your comments down in the comment section below, and, you know, I'll find time to answer all your questions. Let us get into the Q&A. I'm so excited because I really like engaging with y'all. She's 7 months today. She's 7 months right now. She's rolling. She's almost crawling. She's mumbling. She just got her ears pierced. I've started experimenting with her hair, like, you know, doing the little protective styles, the little bolas, doing wash days every Saturday. What else? What else is new, sweetie? She started solids. So I started giving her like the purees, those purity squishies, sometimes our food like the sauce or like whatever I can give. So the second time around, it's not so nerve-wracking. Oh, okay, that's not even the question. Let me not. I tend to ramble. But yeah, she's good. She's healthy. And she is eating and rolling and almost crawling now. So we are in for it. Once she starts learning how to crawl, we need to keep everything up, you know, everything out of her reach, because you guys know, as soon as they start crawling, they start grabbing and they start putting things in their mouth. I can tell you that I work full-time now. I was on maternity leave for the longest time, for 4 months, and I work remotely. I work from home. It is a South African-based company providing a service to the German market, but the company that I work for is based in South Africa. You know, it has its ups and downs, but all in all, I would say that it is still something that we're trying to navigate. I think the most important thing that we try to keep alive is spending intentional quality time together. It gets easy to fall into that, you know, mother, father, and kind of lose your groove as a married couple. But what helps is just, you know, just trying to be intentional, trying to find that time after the kids go to bed, you know, just coming back, regrouping, talking about your day, making jokes, having fun with each other, keeping the friendship alive. One thing about my husband and I is like, we are best friends. Like, outside of us being husband and wife, we are best friends. Like, so I think the most important thing is just like being intentional with your time, and, you know, coming back after every day, you know, just like seeing where each other's headspaces is at and all that. What I would tell myself is that what people think about you is not important. Don't live for other people, rather live for God. Because even in our most broken down, vulnerable states, God still says, come as you are, you know. He accepts me. He accepts you for who you are, how you are. God just says, come to me, and He will do the rest. So I wish I would have just taken that into account way earlier in my life. I don't know, something about society is just like, you just feel like you want to please, or you want to be approved by other people, when that doesn't really matter. The only person that knows your heart is God. The only person that can fill that void that a lot of us are seeking out is the Holy Spirit. So I wish I would have taken that into account much more earlier in my life. I think that would be the advice that I would give, is just don't worry about the outside noise. The pressure on YouTube. I don't know, y'all. Maybe I just live in my own little world or something. But like I was saying, I think it goes back to the thing of like seeking approval from others. Also, another thing is when you're in this YouTube space is comparison. You want to have as many subscribers as who does, or you want to vlog like whoever does, or you want to have a camera like who does, you know. Don't now go try to live a life that is not yours, because who is living this life and they are filming it. I think it's just like coming down to being authentic, accepting your reality, being true to who you are, and posting and filming the content that is authentic to you and your personal brand, and not going out and trying to be like someone else. I really can't speak on that much because I had a number before I had kids. So they say that you will know how many kids you want to have after you have your first. So before I had Elijah, I was like, I want 6 kids. Then I had Elijah and I'm like, maybe 4. Then I had Eliana, I'm like, But honestly, you guys, it's in the Lord's hands. However many kids that, we get, susu kuko. However many kids the Lord blesses us with, that is as many kids that I'm gonna have. So who knows, maybe 2 is my number, maybe 4 is my number, I don't know. I think the only difference, or mainly the biggest difference, is the diaper changes. You guys know, boy versus girl diaper changes, 2 completely different things. The dressing up, I love dressing my baby girl up. I love doing her hair. What else? Because with Elijah, it was, my husband's thing. Like, they would go out and get haircuts, Obviously, I couldn't do that because I'm not a boy. But now with my baby girl, I can do her hair. I can dress her up in cute little dresses. I think she's still young, a little young, to be able to tell. But I feel like she's more calmer than he was. Because at this age, I remember Elijah was already like dropping things, breaking things. I don't even know how, but he was at this age. And she's a little more calmer, She has her moments when she's fussy and stuff, but she definitely is she's a calm baby, So if you guys know, I used to study marketing at NUST back in, when was it, 2018. I started at NUST, studied marketing. It's really not what I wanted to do, but it was like, okay, I finished school, what am I supposed to do now? It was one of those things like, okay, what am I supposed to do now, We were talking about getting married at that time, but I always said that I want to stay home with my kids. So I was like, okay, let me just get in university since I have to do something. And I got into university. I did my first year. Second year, I got married. And then after I got married, we had a conversation. And I was like, I really don't want to do this. I want to study marketing. I don't even know if I want to study at all. I knew that I wanted to start working. I was very passionate about like my line of work now. I was very passionate about, and I just wanted to join the workforce. Like I didn't see the point in studying for 4 years back then. I didn't see the point of studying for 4 years and then doing this and that. So I was like, do I need to do this? And then I started researching and looking up, what I actually wanted to do and like what I needed to do. And studying was just not part of the plan, So I decided to leave with intentions of, pursuing it later. So I was going to take a gap year and see if it was going to work out. Oh no. Elijah just woke up. I was going to take a gap year just to see if it was going to work out. See if I would get a job in my line of work that I wanted to, or in my dream line of work. See if it was going to be sustainable, if I could actually do it, because as far as I knew, you go to school, you go to university, get a job. But I wasn't for the conventional, the conventional sequence of life. I wanted to find a job that I could do from home, where I could be able to be there for my husband in the house, raise my kids, you know, in front of my eyes. But it was a very foreign concept, you know, here in Namibia where we live. So then I got into, you know, remote working, you know, starting researching and stuff like that. And then in December 2022, I landed my first remote job. And after I started working remotely, it really opened up my eyes as to what is possible, what you can do once you really set your mind to it, once you really pray on it, once you really seek Holy Spirit guidance and really like follow your path that you want to follow, because deep down in your heart, you know what you want to do. You just need to get up and do it. And I knew in my heart that I didn't want to study marketing. I didn't want to go to school. I wanted to be at home with my husband, with my kids, while being able to build a career, you know, a sustainable career. And that's what I set my mind to. And it took a while because I think I was home for about a year and a half, just like researching, getting everything together, polishing up my resume, learning the skills that I needed to learn, polishing up my German, all that. So it took a while, but once you set your mind to something, there's no one that can tell you you can't do it. So, but we have spoken about potentially me going back to university and studying something that I genuinely want to study, because for me, like, I can't do something, I can't give my 100% to something if I don't want to do it. Like, if I were to go back to study, I do know, like, the field that I would go in that would kind of complement what I do now. But that is like, right. So that was all of the questions. I would say the last question about work and university, that has been the most asked, and then the babies, and the married questions and all that. I hope I answered some of your questions. And if you are new here, I hope that you got to learn a little bit more about me, a little bit more about, you know, now you know a little bit more about what you're getting yourself into by subscribing to this channel. I just film lifestyle content. When I started my channel, the aim was to just create memories. And then in doing that, I met this beautiful community, you guys, along the way. It made me want to do this even more. So thank you guys so much for being there with me throughout the year. If you are A1 since day one, if you're new here, please stay. It's all love here. The T Gang members, the T Gang will tell you. Comment down below, y'all. Tell the new members that it's all love over here. Quick disclaimer, I do tend to go ghost sometimes. I do tend to go MIA, you know, the kids, life, work, all of that. Sometimes it catches up to me. One thing you guys need to know is that I'm not going anywhere. I just wanted to throw that out there. And that will be all for today's video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like, share, comment, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.